Yo, what's going on YouTube? Today we're gonna be talking about Matt's missions trip with the church to Utah. We're gonna let him kind of explain what he did there and how it went while he was there. If you guys like this, go ahead and like the video, and if you guys have anything you guys want to comment, go ahead and comment that down below. But let's get started today.
The down is because he hasn't had Nick all day.
Brendan, why did you do that little voice? You know what you sound like.
I
Do that.
don't know what I sound like. What do I sound like?
Predator. Um,
Okay, so
no,
Matt.
I'm just playing. You sound like that dude from what is that movie? Austin Powers. You sound like
No,
that's who
no,
you
no,
sound
he
like.
Oh
does
my
not. No, he does
gosh.
I
not.
love Austin Powers. You don't like?
Top five movie of all time.
I love Austin Powers. What do you want to know about the mission trip?
All right, so where tell everybody where you went, what you did there.
I went to Short Creek. Short Creek isn't Larry. Do you know Short Creek? It's not actually Short Creek. Isn't there a reason why they call it Short Creek? 'Cause it's two different places, but they like put the names together.
What?
Okay, never
It,
mind.
it's
Never
Hillsdale.
mind. I went to Short Creek. We did a couple of things, honestly. Like a couple of different things. Like when you go on a mission trip, sometimes you kind of know what you're doing, but you also kind of don't know what you're doing. Like one time, we woke up in the morning and some lady died. Um,
What?
Okay,
she, di-
you're
she
just laughing about that?
no, well,
Oh
this is the
my
thing. She died just because she was old. That's all. Like nothing happened to her. She was 101.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so she died, and they were like, hey, so my friend died last night. Can you guys come help me move her stuff? And we were like, okay. So we got to the place, and we were helping these Mormons, and they were really nice people. A lot of people say that some of them around the town aren't like, not that they're not nice, but they just like kind of keep to themselves and whatnot. But they were really nice, and they were talking to us. So we did that one day. The first day we got there was like a whole day of like traveling because it takes like a little bit to get there because we flew to Vegas. Vegas 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Um, and I didn't even stay there or anything. We were literally there for like all of like maybe 2 hours. And then we got the rental cars and whatnot, and we went to we drove to St. George. St. George is right before you get to Short Creek. I think in total it's like a 3 hour drive because it takes an hour to get there, and then I think like maybe 2.5 hours to get to Short Creek. The main agenda, mission, whatever it is, um, for this trip was to help them with their. They used to call it Boo Bash, but it's just like a Halloween carnival. They changed the name. I don't know if people were
What?
getting scared or something, but
Why?
it's not Boo Bash no more. It is the Fall Bonanza, and I don't like that.
Are you serious? We came
Cause
up with Boo Bash. We created it.
man,
They ruined it.
Larry's
I
like,
like
that's crazy, man. I came up with the
I like Boo
name.
That was my
Bash.
child.
I know he was
I created that event.
they were showing me pictures of not Sylvia. Um they were showing me pictures of like the first ever ones, which was like 4 years ago. I think this is the fourth one they've done. So they've been going 4 years in a row. Some people have been there 5 years, apparently. I didn't know that. Yeah, Boo Bash is way better. Fall Bonanza is not giving nothing. Um, but that was really cool. The first 3 days, I think, or first 2 days, were mostly like setting up for that because we had to build stuff. They were asking me to build stuff, and I know you're supposed to say like yes to everything, but I was like, you can't ask me to build anything out of wood because I don't know how to do that. So I won't be doing that. So I did other things. Like some missions team came in and they were like, oh, we know how to paint, and they painted a room and they did an awful job, and they got like paint over the ceiling and things like that, and it was just awful. So we fixed that. There weren't like a whole lot of outreaches. We did food bank this time, but like I said, a lot of the stuff was getting ready for the carnival. I am forgetting to mention that we're in a town that used to be what would you call him, Larry? Warren Jeff.
Later.
He was like, is it a cult or no?
Yeah, it's technically a cult.
Is it a cult if people don't want to be in it still?
Just Just link the 2-hour documentary about this and let's
Yeah, you guys, if you want to know a lot about it, you have to watch the documentary. I think there's one on Netflix, but the girl
one
who
of his
owns the
wives.
property, she has one on HBO Max.
Well, she
It's like
doesn't
a
own it
three-part series.
anymore. She gave it to the church.
Doesn't she own it?
No, she doesn't own it. She gave it
Doesn't
to
she not own like she owns a little part of it though, I think.
maybe.
Only not the big buildings, where like you stay and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that, not that. Her brother built a house there, and it's really big and it's really pretty. But yeah, FLDS, they're a little scary. His name's Warren Jeffs. He's
He's in prison
weird.
in Texas, I
He is
think.
in prison. He consummated his marriage on video with two 12-year-olds that he married, and that is disgusting. So he's in jail for life. Did y'all share the gospel with them? Not really, because we are told not to. Just because they're already scarred by Jesus talk. So you're kind of more so told to ask them like, what do you like to do for fun, things like that, but not like what you think about Jesus, because it could trigger them. So we actually were told like, not that you can't talk about them, like if they bring it up to you, yes, but don't bring it up to them, just to like respect their
I've been there for
privacy.
like years and years. It's been long getting there.
So you guys were
Yeah,
more there to like help them and like just be there for them
be a
essentially.
light in the community,
Yeah.
basically. Because I don't know, some of the town I've heard the town has gotten like really, really like a lot better. I was disappointed because there was this one place that I wanted to visit and it ended up closing because um they said the women can't work, so they closed this like gift shop thing that was in the middle of town. But I don't know if you've ever been there, Larry. It was the
But
place that sells the chapstick.
yeah, it's the
What's it
did they
called?
have the
Dairy
ice cream?
Den?
Yeah, it was really
Yeah,
good.
they closed that because they were like women can't work, so they closed that. Um, what else? Yeah, that man's name is Warren Jeffs. He had 64 wives. No, I think it was 65.
I thought it was way up there.
I know it's 64, 65 because the lady who came to talk to her name's Brielle, the one with the documentary. She they'll tell us like she's the 64th wife. I believe she said I was the 64th wife, but now that I think about it, if she wasn't the last one, that means there might have
He
been
had
more.
he had 78,
Okay, so he had
including
78.
56 of which he married, and 29 he inherited from his father after his death.
Yeah, so this man's just like a whole weirdo. Like I didn't know the extent until like they just started telling me stories, especially with the marrying 12-year-olds. Like that's crazy. Um, that's
Mary
just
and
weird.
Joseph,
Yeah, and
the
then like
12-year-old.
they even said he would do weird stuff. Like if there was a town, he would take like, or even one time he did take like 25 wives and move them to a whole different town into new families and be like, okay, these are your kids now. This is your husband. This is where you're gonna go. And that's just like weird to me because imagine like somebody just comes in your house and takes your mom, and now you have no mom,
Yeah, they used to
and you
like
don't know
the middle
why.
of the night show up in vans and just take families and split them up.
Yeah, and for the boys, it's kind of weird. I don't know if they diddled the boys. I don't know. Nobody talks about that, but I do know that like if you were like if he just didn't like you or you were too old, like you were 18, he would like ship you off somewhere, or like get rid of you in quotes, because I don't exactly know what they did. Um, but the town was really cool. I loved the carnival. I wore Larry's old costume because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to buy one, but it also was Woody and it had a cowboy hat, and I was like, that's right up my alley. And a lot of people liked it. It was cool. I actually during the carnival, I met one guy. I met a kid who he came to play my game and he was like, "Oh, where you from?" Or no, I asked him, I was like, "Oh, where you from?" He was like, "Nebraska." I was like, "Oh, cool. What part?" He was like, "Omaha." I was like, "Oh, me too." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm in a treatment program here." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't want to ask him why because like that's weird. But I asked him if he was doing better, and he said, "Yeah." Um, and that was really cool. It was a little group of native people. He was with them because I'm pretty sure he was native. Um, that was really cool. The kids there were cool because some people like at the Dream Center, they have kids, so like you'll see their kids and stuff. And there was this one kid who like was repeatedly coming up to me every day. His name was, what is his name? His name is Titan. Um, and no, not Titan. There was another kid named Titan. His name was Kingston, and he would come to breakfast every morning and say hi to me. But it was a sick trip. Like I said, you do a lot of stuff for the community, and just like be a light and be like a helping hand. Like I said, you never know what you're gonna do. So one day they literally had us fixing a room that another missions um, team did, and we just had to fix it for them. Like they, whatever they need help with is what we did. Like we were there and we were available. It was one of my favorite mission trips ever. I don't exactly know why. It was just cool. It was fun. The hiking was sick. I've never hiked before. We did hike in Phoenix one time, and it was like 10 minutes, and then we turned around, and everybody was like, "All right, we're done." And I was like, "Okay, well, that's weird." Um, so I did the I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, we went hiking on our free day, and it was pretty cool. Um, I don't know, Brendan, what are you doing?
Did anybody post any pictures that we can show?
No, do not show any. Don't show a picture of me.
Well,
Um,
I was looking to see if somebody
no, they
posted a
don't need to
picture that
see
we could
that. They
show.
just need to hear it. They don't need to see it. They need to hear. Especially that picture right there. Yeah, that picture that you just you just saw. So show them that because that is insane. Um,
Oh, Matt, tell him about
what room?
the room where you had beds and chains and the carpeted walls so people couldn't hear them scream.
They don't have them all anymore.
No, they tore a lot of them out, but some of them are still
Some things are
carpeted.
changed. Some things we changed ourselves. Like there was like his room. Um, well, his room had like stuff. He had like padding on the door, so like you couldn't hear people. I guess when they were in there, I don't know what he was doing to these girls, these people. I don't know what he was doing to them. But he had padding like all around the door. The carpet was raised because I think it's for sound dampening as well. Um, his room still has like all the original carpet, everything like that. I think it's been repainted, but that's about it. Um, he did have a really big house. Like I said, he had 64 wives, so and he had um space for all of them. And uh his brother had a house like right across, not even across the street, like you walk like 100 or so feet, and that's where we stay. It's called the bunkhouse. It was actually really cool. I did get chills when I saw his real room, and I also got more chills when I saw him because I was like, wow, he's tall, lanky, and just like I don't
I
know.
mean, this
He
was recent too. Like people think this was forever ago.
Yeah, people think this was forever ago. He went to jail when 2005.
2010.
Oh no. Yeah. You're right. You're right. 2010. He went to jail in 2010. So this
No, wait,
was
I don't know.
not
It might have been later than that. It was recent
maybe,
though.
but it was not that long ago, y'all. Like this is like he. I don't know how old he is now. I think he's in his 60s, possibly. No. No, I didn't see him. Brendan, stop.
What?
Cut
I'm
it
not showing
out.
anything.
I know you're not, but what are you looking at? I didn't see him. I saw a picture of him, and I think it was a picture of him and maybe 38 of his wife. Um, he was just like sitting with them. What?
Oh,
You're
he
looking at
got prison
that's
life and
what you're looking
had
at right there.
children.
That's from the Phoenix Missing Strip, and that's at a.
I know.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I didn't
crazy.
know if you knew.
What was your favorite part while you were there?
Um, uh, the hiking, the I'm gonna call it Boo Bash because Fall Bonanza is cheeks. Hiking, Boo Bash, and I don't know the people. A lot of them are really nice. They're all Trump supporters. They love Trump. They're all Trumpies. They got the flags in the beds of their trucks rolling around town. I felt like I was at work with all the diesels that were coming through. That nobody uses them for actually what diesels are for, but I liked all those parts. I like nature. Now, you're not gonna find me sleeping outside in a hammock like this one dude who went on the trip. He loves doing that. I'm not doing that. but like I do love me like a good mountain and a stream that runs through it and like hiking. I've never hiked like that before. So I encourage people to try that one time in your life just to experience it. I didn't think I would do it, and I'm really out of shape, and I was able to do it. I think I hiked like I didn't hike a lot. I only did like 5 miles, which is not that much, but it was real cool. Like I said, hands down my favorite mission trip. There's probably a lot of stuff I'm forgetting, but I had a lot of fun. Like, I wasn't expecting to have so much fun because a lot of times mission trips are like go go go, and like tensions are high because like some people are trying to get stuff done, and then other people are trying to delegate when they should not be delegating, and they kind of just need to shut up. But um, it was cool. If anybody wants to go, hit us up because everybody's welcome. They do it every year, every October, and it was real fun. And yeah, I hate In and Out now because of it. Uh, that's a thing. In and Out is not that good.
Their
Uh,
fries are terrible. I like their
the
burgers.
fries
Hot
are
take.
terrible. The
In-N-Out.
the burger is good if you have like a spread, you know that stuff in a little packet, and you put it on there. Cause I ate that up. I did get two never mind.
Whoa.
What was that, Big Ums?
No, go ahead.
No, wait,
Go
hold
ahead.
on. Hold on. A double double actually that's not a big burger.
Yeah, don't
It's
Is that is
not
that
that
actually not
big, but if you got two of them and fries,
if I get
Yeah.
two double doubles, that's a double quarter pounder from McDonald's, baby. It's not even that big.
Are
no.
you
No,
sure?
it's not. No, it's not. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not. It's not because the next day I went back and I got a 3 by 3. Um and that was big. But even that didn't seem that big. Like something about In-N-Out's food, it must be better ingredients because after I ate it, I didn't feel stuffed. But I don't eat the fries. So I'm just eating the burger.
I don't
So
have an authenticator app. What?
what?
Oh, I can't log into Twitch. It made me put an
Why can't you
authenticator.
log into Twitch?
I don't know. It's jacked up.
I went to a place called Swig 2, from the show Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. They had a cookie there, and I almost got crumble flashbacks, but I looked up the nutritional value on it, and it was only 350 calories versus the same cookie they had at Crumble that was 776. And I did get it because it was lower calories. Now, is that a lot? I don't know for a cookie. I really don't. But it was really good. Um, and yeah, like I said, there's a bunch more I'm missing, but it was a great mission. It was a great mission trip. And like I said, it made me want to move there, but like, will I ever? Absolutely not. I just like the fact that everybody goes outside and there's a mountain in their backyard.
Mm.
Like, like
Hmm.
and that's it. I don't know. I
Ordinary
don't know if
Larry
like I
just
said, also
subscribed for 8
watch that
months.
documentary, guys.
Brendan is gay.
Larry's annoying.
That's crazy.
Watch the
This is going on YouTube, and
documentary.
Larry's like, let's
That's
Larry,
my
I
message.
I
send Larry
appreciate the
back.
8 months, buddy.
Yeah.
Who? Not Buddy is crazy,
Uh,
but
for those who are wondering, this is a picture of a quarter pounder compared to a double double.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you're
no,
facing it the
no.
right.
See,
How you
that's
feeling
not.
about
You're
this,
looking at
dude?
a picture though that they have
Yeah, that's
staged.
fake.
It does not look like that. That Brendan,
And those
that
quarter
double quarter
pounders,
pounder, it doesn't even
those
look like
are
that
way
when
too
McDonald's
thick.
gives it to me.
Yeah, those are way too
It
thick.
doesn't even look
I
like.
can't believe
That's what I'm trying to say. You want to call me
I
big all
slice the
you want,
cheese on
baby.
my
I'm not
bun
getting
half the
big.
time.
I actually lost weight too. I
Well,
lost
you were
2 pounds.
hiking.
So haha, that was before
Uh,
the hike.
oh dang.
Yeah, imagine what I am now. I should weigh myself. 10 out of
Why is
10
my
would
child
recommend.
just wide awake next to me, smiling away?
Hey, at least she's
She's living
smiling and
her
not
best
crying.
life.
Turn my camera on. Is that possible here?
Excuse me.
Oh my gosh, I can. Here, you guys want to see my child?
I feel like
See?
Yeah, on Discord.
I wish y'all were in here for.
Oh. Oh. Wow.
Oh my gosh,
She actually looks so happy right now.
she's
Look at.
so cute.
I know you guys can't see this, but Larry's child is doing a little wave right now.
Yeah, we're looking. Oh, look at her.
She's real cute, real nice.
Oh,
Oh,
I
she's doing a
love.
lot better job of keeping her head up.
Yeah.
Just try. Smile for them.
Did
Smile.
you do her footprints yet?
No.
Ugh.
They're so small though, see?
Oh my gosh.
She
Small
getting
enough for
big.
the frame?
Look at her. She getting big.
She is getting big. I miss
Dang.
her.
Dang, dude.
She's
Time
1 month.
flies. Wow.
Yeah, she's
Time
a month and a
flies,
half old
man.
now.
That's
It was
wild.
very fruitful, Haley. One thing I will say that I learned on the mission trip, I do have to say this because I was like, because I assumed like we were just gonna chill, vibe, and talk about it, which is cool. I like this. One thing I will say about the mission trip is my friend-ish, more mentor. His name's John. He was talking about um basically not being stingy with not meadow, not being stingy with what you're giving to God, whether it's your talents, your giftings, your time, anything like that, because that's what the trip was for. Like if he wasn't on the forefront of our minds, and it was all everything we did was for nothing. Like we didn't really do it for a reason that mattered. And he talked about the woman who broke the bottle of perfume, like she fell, broke the bottle of the perfume, like the really nice, expensive perfume, and she used her hair to like wipe it up and like use it on Jesus. And he was talking about like don't waste the fragrance, or like don't be stingy with your fragrance, or like what you're trying to do for the Lord, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh, did she just fall? Falling over into your arms. But
Bro.
don't waste the fake fragrance. So that's been on my mind a lot. I'm probably gonna bring that into the stream a little later, and I'm gonna try to pick Brendan's brain about it as much as I can. But
Hey,
don't
yo.
waste the fragrance for the Lord. Make sure everything you do is a fragrance to Him. Don't be stingy with it. If you put on a little drop of cologne or perfume, it's not gonna do nothing. You need to pour it out. So I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but
Yeah.
don't waste the fragrance. I've been repeating that all day. I don't know why, but it'll come to me in a couple days.
Uh, I actually had a 2-hour conversation last week about some interesting conversations about the Bible that
About fragrance.
no, but I've been wrestling.
I thought he was
Listen,
gonna. I
listen.
thought he was gonna relate it. I'm sorry.
I
There's
thought
nothing wrong with.
I probably could in some way. I could probably go on a 30-minute rant and somehow get back to fragrance. Um,
Do you know what a fragrance is?
yeah, it's like a yeah, yeah. Larry, that is my shirt.
He literally wore that to our house the last time he was here. You're not getting it back.
No, every
Yeah.
time I see him though, he's wearing my shirt.
It's the only shirt that fits me. Low key.
No, I had an interesting conversation with somebody last week. It was like a 2-hour conversation about the Bible, and
Do I know
um,
them?
no, but we don't have time to get into it tonight. But essentially, we were talking
Why is Larry's
about.
the? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Are you about to change her diaper live on cam?
No.
Okay,
She's
good.
gonna chill here for a second.
But essentially we were talking about that the whole Bible, we were talking about when does the Bible actually tell us how to live our life?
Um,
A lot of
Hmm.
places. But
that's a deep
I
conversation.
know.
Let's go back to
Yeah.
the fragrance.
So no, 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 no. I want you to.
No.
You don't have to answer. No, you don't have to answer. You don't have to answer. But I want everybody to kind of think about it. Like first, when does the Bible start telling us how to live our lives, and when does the Bible start applying
Is
to
that a
us?
trick question? Because did you
No,
read? n- Let me finish.
no, go ahead.
Is that a trick question? Because doesn't Proverbs basically tell you how to live your life? It's literally
Um,
a whole book on tools
yes,
for life, verbatim.
yes. But is he specifically talking to us in Proverbs? That's the question.
Yes and no. I'd have to get back to you on that. 'Cause I don't know. I want to make sure I answer that right. Let's go back.
Haley,
Well,
Haley, I would say all throughout too, but I actually have an interesting theory on that because I thought I
do you
said
have
that
an
too.
interesting
Listen,
theory, or
so
do you have an
my
interesting influential opinion?
well, I don't
There's
I
a difference.
listen, I don't know. I have to do more research myself to know exactly. But when he asked me that question, my answer was the whole Bible is telling us how to live our lives. And he said there's a difference between teaching and preaching. And the Bible doesn't actually start specifically talking to the Gentiles about how to live their life until Galatians.
I mean, Galatians says it too, but I feel like
Because
you
the
see,
because
I feel like this is a conversation where like everything you told me, nobody's really like wrong.
yeah,
It sounds like you were arguing with Brady, and you were
I
both trying to
wasn't
be right
no
about the same thing. No,
we're
I'm not saying it was
yeah.
Brady. I'm saying whoever you were talking to, sounds like Brady, and it sounds like you guys are agreeing.
No, it wasn't even an argument. It was just a 2-hour conversation because he was just telling me what he thought and stuff, and I was like, "That's so interesting," because I've never thought about it like that. I always think, okay, the whole Bible applies to us, but then I never get like so much deeper than that. But the whole Old Testament is like the old law that we don't abide by anymore, according to the New Testament. And then the beginning of the New Testament is
Oh, actually, when I think
all
about it, maybe neither
Jesus
of
is
y'all are making sense.
Jesus is always talking to the Jews.
Um,
He specifically in multiple verses refers to the Jews and doesn't refer to the Gentiles until later in the Bible and says that he calls it the miracle that the Bible is actually for the Gentiles as well.
okay, so one more time,
Yep.
what sparked this?
He wanted to have a conversation with me
Why?
about the Bible and I said that I would be open to listen.
And what's the main topic again? Like, just give me.
The main topic is when does how are we supposed to live our lives? How does Jesus call us to live our lives? And then he asked me the follow-up question of where in the Bible does it actually start telling us how to live our lives?
And you told him.
I said the whole Bible, and then he made the argument that it wasn't the whole Bible.
Okay, so
The
then
whole Bible is
actually,
teaching
so then
us,
I would,
but it's
so
not actually
okay,
preaching to us.
so then I would, okay, so then I would agree with him then, because like I just said, like I know specifically, well, I think Galatians, but also Proverbs literally tells me how to live my life. So I think
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would more so agree with him. I don't think either of you are wrong in a
No,
sense,
I
but
ended up agreeing with him.
I do like I like his take on what he was trying to say. I of course I know like some people might be. I'm only saying Galatians and Proverbs because off the top of my head, like if I need something or if I like
Yeah.
I'm like, am I living my life right? I kind of go there and I'm like, okay,
So,
yes I
yeah.
am right, or no I'm wrong.
See,
Um,
I never thought about it before. So as soon as he started explaining to me, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense that the whole Bible is not like preaching to us. I was like, I think it's still teaching us things. Like obviously we learn a lot throughout the Bible, but how to actually live our lives, we don't actually see that until later in the Bible. And but I'd never thought about that. So I had to like really think about it and wrestle with God for a couple days and I was like, "Oh dang, like that's crazy." But he wrote like a 25-page paper on it and sent it to me. So
yeah, I've heard that
I
too.
am
Is
gonna be reading that.
omnipotent and omnipresent the same thing?
No, they're
No,
different things.
Okay, I
all
didn't
powerful
think
ones
so.
also.
So whether he was
Larry,
talking to
speak
the
up.
dirt
I
or
want to
the
hear what you
trees
just
or the
said.
Jews or the Gentiles, he says my
Omnipotent is all
obey my
powerful.
commandments. So he
Omnipresence
literally
is like,
yeah.
Brendan,
what do you
read
say?
that in your head. I
Not
cannot hear.
Haley, I would challenge you to read the Bible and find because he specifically talks to the Jews.
What did you say now, Larry?
Oh, it was ask which one you were saying. Omnipotent.
Yeah, were you saying the difference between them?
I thought I was, but then I forgot what the second one you were saying was. So
Oh, omnipotent and omnipresent.
omnipresent is he's everywhere all at once. Omnipotent is all powerful.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because y'all know he went to school for this. He got he got a degree,
Yeah.
Yeah, look what this degree gave me.
and it's
Larry, what do you
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, it
Larry,
is.
Larry, what do you think on
My
that take
diploma.
of when does it start actually telling us how to live our lives?
There we go.
She's
There we go.
smiling.
Boop.
She's so cute.
I
I need a
mean,
kid.
you said it yourself.
The whole Bible
The
is
Bible
teaching us
says,
things.
yeah, but you said it yourself because it said, oh, the Gentiles for the grace of God. This book is also for the Gentiles, which means everything else that applied to the Jews also applies to the Gentiles, minus the
Yeah.
Old Testament.
Yeah.
What? What do you want?
That's an interesting take.
Yeah, it was a very interesting take. I had never thought about it before, so I just kind of we don't have I don't want to get too deep into it, but no matter No, I'm saying no matter who he talks to, it applies to all of us on how to live. If the Jews were having idols, then we were specifically talking about them, but then it tells us now not to have them.
What's your problem?
Ouch.
Yeah, but the Old Testament wouldn't apply to us anymore.
Well,
Anything,
right.
so
'Cause
listen, anything that is still applying to us that was written in the Old Testament is rewritten in the New Testament.
I'm gonna ask Larry because I don't. He went to school. He finished the school for this. I did not. I should really start asking him. Actually,
I like asking Larry because Larry does have like a background in it, and he knows more than I do.
Yeah, you want to start doing my taxes for me since that's your background?
Bro, I don't even
And
do
I'll
my own
Hey, you.
taxes, so
Larry, you did you enjoy the introduction to the Old Testament class, or no, you did not?
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh, yes, me
Not
too.
introduction. I liked the introduction one was pretty bland. I like
Did
the
you think
ones.
it was?
Yeah, once you get to like your junior year, like Christmas time area, that's when you start getting into the good stuff and actually deeper
Yeah.
things.
I'm really mad I didn't finish, but like for obvious reasons that we
Yeah,
talked
but
about,
good
I'm
job,
super
because now you're
glad
making more money than me. So
I did
yeah.
not. Well,
hey, give me
but
that pay.
I just it but you could agree like that school taught you a lot,
It did teach me a lot.
you know?
It didn't teach me how to pay my bills better.
Shut up.
Does anyone have any prayer requests or praises to close
You
us
can pray
out?
that this child sleeps tonight.
Okay,
Mm-mm-mm.
we can do that for sure.
Look at her. He's like, I'm gonna stay up all night.
she's a
All night.
she's a cutie,
Should we pray
so
about my little friend? Never mind.
your little friend.
Yeah, where's the ring?
Which little?
No, never
Oh,
mind. No, Larry, don't say anything because I don't want you to look like Brendan when he exposed me on stream one night.
oops. Cool. And you got any prayer requests or praises?
I do not. Not at this time. No.
Okay. Anybody in the chat have anything?
I do have a praise. I did talk to her and she didn't say ew.
That's a praise for sure.
So that's a blessing. That's a blessing.
I'll low key pray for you because I have a
You have a
yeah,
background or something.
I have more background information, but I'll low key do it so
I was
that
gonna say you have what, a motive?
no, I'll just low key do it. I will pray us out then. Dear God, I thank you for this time that we have tonight to talk about the time that Matt was able to go and glorify you over in Utah. God, I thank you for bringing all of them back safely and that they were able to do your work while they were there with you. God, I pray that Larry's little baby girl will sleep through the night tonight and Larry can get some nice, beautiful sleep. God, I thank you for the conversations that were had in Utah, the just everything that was able to come out of that trip for Matt and everybody else that was on that trip. God, I pray for Matt in the next couple days that he will be strong and just trust in you no matter what happens, no matter what he's going through. God, I pray for anybody else who has anything that's just unsaid and that they are going through right now. I thank you for everything you've given us. I thank you for the rain that we're getting, the beautiful weather, because rain is a blessing, and we thank you for it. So, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 Amen. Thank you
Let's pray
guys.
Coolin gets to visit us one day because he's literally
Yeah,
not even that far.
and pray that Kulin will make his little trip to Iowa and that
And
we
not
can
fly
have a
from
slumber
JFK.
party and not fly to JFK.
I'll be right
Leave?
back.